The church, the mission to go out and teach all nations, all the things that he taught to them, and then those who believe and are baptized would be saved. St. Peter, and it used to be the teacher sat down when he taught, and the students stood. Now we have it the other way around. The children sit and the teacher stand. But it used to be the teacher sat, and he sat in the chair, and that's where he taught from. And every bishop has a chair from which he's supposed to teach what our Lord taught the apostles. The chair in Latin is cathedra, and the cathedral is the bishop's church where his chair is. That's why it's called the cathedral. That's where his chair is. That's where he's supposed to teach the faithful everything that our Lord taught, and that the Pope has. The Pope, of course, sits in the chair of St. Peter. And St. Peter is the rock upon which the church is built. It's the rock that so it can't be destroyed because it is founded on a rock, and our Lord founded it on a rock. So it is indestructible, indefectible, we say. It will remain until the end of time, as our Lord did establish it, with the hierarchy and with the papacy, and all these things will remain until the end of time. We're guaranteed of this. This is something that we do believe as part of our faith, to believe in this. So the Pope teaches. Then he sits in the chair of St. Peter, and when he sits in the chair of St. Peter and teaches for the whole church, we say that Peter has spoken. And that when Peter speaks, then that's the end of the discussion. The cause is finished. There's no more discussion. Peter has made his decision. And that's something that everybody, every Catholic in the world must then follow. So now we have this mystery of iniquity, where we have popes who are not teaching what our Lord taught to the apostles. We say, how can a pope not teach something different than what our Lord taught to the apostles? How can a pope teach something erroneous, something false, instead of teaching truth? Our Lord said, I am the truth, the way, the truth, and the life. And he gave a mission to the church to always teach the truth. So they are failing in their mission. These popes are. Possible because the church, the way our Lord established it, is a divine institution, but it's also a human institution dependent upon men. And so the parts that make it up are men, and those parts can sometimes fail. And men can fail, but the church cannot fail. So we have men who have failed in Rome today, but they do not sit in the chair of Peter. The chair of Peter, anything spoken from the chair of Peter is true. It is true and must be believed. These popes refuse to sit in the chair of Peter. They said, no, we're not going to use it. We're going to put it in the closet and leave it far away, and we're not going to teach what our Lord taught the apostles. We're just going to teach our own opinions, our own errors, our own thoughts, and instead of teaching always the truth. And that's the mystery of the iniquity in the church that we are suffering under now. We have to continue to pray for the church and make sacrifices for the church, that good men may be put in power in places in the hierarchy, again, in the Holy Mother Church. It might be a worthy successor of St. Peter in Rome to strengthen the church and convert his brethren, and convert then again the whole world to our Lord Jesus Christ. Let's pray to Our Lady, who is also the mother of the church, Mater Ecclesiae, that she will see to it that we do give a good